All right, guys, I'm gonna make a ranchero sauce or salsa for my eggs. I'm using these leftover onion greens, leftover bell pepper, some assorted tomatoes that I've had in the fridge for a while, and I'm gonna use this super hot salsa that I have in my fridge that I made the other day. And we're gonna make us a ranchero sauce to pour over my huevos rancheros. While the process is going on, I'm cooking up some bacon ends and pieces in the pan, some in the oven. But there, we're gonna make some refried beans. We're gonna take these from a can and make them 1,000 times better when we put them in this. So, breakfast is going on, if you're asking. Alrighty, we come back to my refried beans. You see, I got a little mantequita worked up there, or lard, or grease, whatever you want, from the bacon. And I made a hole in my can of refried beans because that way you just shake it a couple of times, blah, blah, blah. And those beans just slide right out like that. See? Hello there. So that helps to empty your can of beans. I know a lot of people open the can and you just fight them. Well, don't. So I added a little bit of bacon grease to my saucepan. I've got all my veggies all cut up. I want to get them, you hear that? Oh, so beautiful, that sound. Got bell peppers, green onions, a little bit of regular onion, and assorted cherry tomatoes. My salsa already has garlic, onion, tomatoes, a whole bunch of jalapenos and other peppers that I had there. Some habaneros in there too. So once we fry this up a little bit, we'll throw in the salsa. My refried beans, they're from the store, of course. You already saw that. So usually I don't. That's against my nature, good Lord, and against all the laws of the barrio. But I'm going to just warm them up, really, because they're already cooked. So, when they make them at the factory, the bean factory, they puree them. They boil them, add some type of flavor. They kind of taste like bean dip. And then they can them. So I usually mush my refried beans. And then I cook them with the bacon grease, and then I mush them with my bean smasher. So these are getting nice and worked up. Look at that. Oh, those veggies are looking great. I'm gonna let them cook a little bit more before I add this beauty. Now, you see that color change in the sauce? That orange, beautiful color right there? That's coming from the tomatoes and the bell peppers and the onions all coming together. That's the color I want. Now, I'm gonna take this salsa that I have is hot. So I'm gonna add 1.5 heaping spoons of this. Because we're Mexicans, it doesn't mean that everything has to be burn your tongue off hot. That's a stupid way of thinking. I know many people do think like that. Salsa is a condiment. It improves the flavor of many, many foods. It's not just to burn your stupid tongue off. People, don't be stupid. You use salsa a little bit at a time to improve the flavor of your food. So don't believe people. Oh, well, that ain't even hot. No, that's not what it's like. All right. So my beans are coming along nicely. I'm actually letting them fry so that they can be refried beans, not just pureed beans. I keep saying that as well. People think because you cook them up, mush them in a blender, puree them, They're refried beans. Well, no, they're not. So pay attention to that. When you get refried beans at a restaurant, they're pureed beans, okay? These are real beans. So here we go. Look at that. As it all comes together, the salsa. So I added, you add salt to taste because my salsa already has salt, but all the added extras right now don't have salt. And in a second, I'm going to add some fantastic provolone cheese that my nephew David and his wife, my beautiful niece Valeria, gave us. A whole bunch of provolone, and we're loving it. So, a shout out also to my diabetic specialist. I say like a Mexican specialist. My diabetic specialist, Dr. Cynthia B. Yes, I won't tell you her last name because then everybody will want her to be their diabetic specialist. I don't want to share her. So, Dr. Cynthia B., thank you so much for all the sage advice. This recipe or breakfast is going out to you. So now we are adding the cheese in there. Look, I brought the heat down. I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. Always remember when you add cheese to a sauce, lower the heat. That way your cheese doesn't turn all crumbly and curdled. I'm going to cook my eggs old world style like my grandmother used to make and my mother after her. Well, I put them in the oil and then I like sunny side, so then I'm going to splash the oil on top so that I don't have to flip them over. My wife likes to put the lid on them and cook them slowly, and then the heat cooks them up on top. Well, I'm not my wife. If you notice, my comal is on the scene now. I did not make homemade tortillas because they don't come out so good yet. I'm using Mission flour tortillas because I love them. This is soft taco. Really don't believe that. Those are more like gordita. Yeah, you can make soft tacos, sure, why not? But they're more gordita style. Southwest Texas style. So, Gangnam style. Yeah, no. So anyway, you see my eggs are already frying. And what I do is, I splash the mantequita on top, the hot oil, so that they cook on top. To me, this is the best way to get huevos rancheros done. You see how they're already turning, cooking? So, you gotta keep doing this. I don't like any part of my egg not cooked, like the white part. That kind of grosses me out. So yeah, I like the yolks a little soft, sure, why not? But I don't like any part of my egg, where I can see clear white. No, yuck. Let's see if we can see this. Look, my eggs, the yolk, semi-runny, just like my salsa. Oh, did you see that? Oh, so, yes, baby. Yes, baby, indeed. That is magic right there. Look at that. Salsa ranchera. All up in my grill. Woo! Look at that. Beautiful eggs. And here I'll take a quick ending to it in a second. All right, guys. There you have it. Refried beans, huevos rancheros, and bacon. Exactly as I love them. And here are my tortillas warming up on the comal. Guys, if you ever get those white pasty tortillas at the restaurant, turn them away. Tell them to toast them up a little bit. Tortillas are supposed to be toasted. You see those spots? Toasted. Not raw dough. Anyways, I hope everybody enjoyed this breakfast. Hopefully as much as I'm going to enjoy this breakfast. So God bless you all. Have a great day.